And welcome back to episode 257 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. Fuck my point man and co host. I got the guys in the building with me. What's happening?
Yo,
What's
yo.
up?
CT and Coach Mike in the building for y'all who do not know. But I figure the three you should know by now. Okay, we cool.
Even though I ducked out of taking my beating on our loss last week, so I apologize. I did send Cliff a text. Hopefully, he read it off to
I
everybody.
did. I did. And I don't know if you was watching, but you sent that right as it
Right as
came
you guys
up.
were talking.
I just didn't. I blew the opportunity. It was almost like you were responding to the conversation, and I blew the opportunity and didn't read it till like an hour later with my full ass. Mm-hmm. But what you got to say this week? Let me hear your words before I get mine.
I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. They whooped up on the Jets. There's a reason why they've won the division like 7 out of the last 8 years.
You think they whooped up on them?
I think that game was closer than it should have been.
I think that it was
right.
almost borderline
You're right.
gifted.
It could have gone the other way.
Right.
I do think that we've got some issues to address, and I think they started it off by addressing it with Amari Cooper yesterday. So, I think not having a number one receiver, while I've liked what it's done to us in terms of spreading the ball out,
Right.
I think having a number one receiver will help.
Right.
And I think it'll take pressure off of both Josh and Cook.
Ray
And honestly,
Davis
Ray Davis had a good game.
He was leading in rushing and receiving on your whole team.
So, I mean, from that perspective, great. We've got another back out of the backfield between Ray Davis and James Cook. Defense still makes me nervous.
You say y'all picked up Amari Cooper yesterday?
Yep.
Yep. Big pickup.
Devontae went to the Jets.
Yeah, I seen that. I'm happy about that, though. I'm happy about that. But, I think Amari's definitely a good pickup for you just to get that wide receiver room together. At the very least. You know what I'm saying? Having an older dude in there to really get them together, because y'all do got some up and comers.
No, I think they do too, because I think Matt Collins and Curtis Samuel both going to have big opportunities. Mm-hmm. What's been interesting is them putting
Curtis
Samuel and who else in the backfield? You might have just said it, CT.
No, he said Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, they put somebody else back there yesterday too, which is interesting because we've got two good backs, even though they're banged up, or at least Cook's banged up right now. Fucking turf toe.
Ray did his thing though. 20 carries, 97 yards. He didn't get no touchdown either way. Damn. Feeding them wide receivers.
Josh do wanted Justin Knox. Knox got
Knox got one. That little toe tapper. And who else got one?
Was it Kincaid that got the other?
It was Holland.
It was Mac Holland,
yeah. Mac.
It was. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep, you are absolutely
correct. I was
correct.
like, oh, Holland showed up today.
Man, Holland usually do.
He does.
He did in Vegas at least.
He only gets a couple here and there, but
he only really get like. That's why I know he's happy to. I know he's happy to have Amari in the building because I thought he was on Coleman. He really don't be getting open like that.
No, he doesn't. And
Khalil, he's just like a deep threat. He's like a deep threat type of player.
Well, and that's what we need. We need the deep threat guy because I don't think it's Hollins and it's not Shakir. Shakir's an underneath, run the slot and
right. And Keon,
the short yardage stuff.
Keon is a big dude.
Yeah.
He's
But he looked like he want to go to him a lot, but he just ain't getting open.
And I think that's why, because he's a big dude, and you can outrun and do all that nonsense in college, but when you're on DBs in the NFL, that's a different speed. And the fact that you are that big, dealing with a 5'10" to 6'1" corner on you, it's gonna be a little shiftier. Gonna be able to stay in front of you a little bit more than them college teams could. And I think that's what it is, because I do think he's nice. I think he's, but I can definitely see if the NFL doesn't have him like trying to shed some pounds, I can definitely see them try to save some money and have him put on some pounds and move to a tight end spot. We don't gotta pay you as much there anyway. Put him at that tight end slot, the outside tight end. They're coming up now anyway. I feel
like he just need somebody like Amari to come in the building, teach him a little few things.
Yeah, I think that'll open him up a fair amount.
Take him over the top. Yep.
Yeah. Well, and I think the other thing that continues to be exposed for the Bills is their lack of strength at linebacker. I mean, and having Ed Oliver, one of the best D tackles in the league, out right now didn't help either.
What's that one dude? He got a sack or two, didn't he?
Bernard and Spector.
Yeah,
Bernard came back, so Bernard's been hurt. He's back to questionable again this week, but he did all right. And then Spector came to play.
Yeah, I saw at least one or two of your linebackers get a sack. Rodgers got sacked 3 times?
I think Gregory got one too. They was smacking dude.
Yep, Rodgers got sacked 3 times, 22 hurries.
He didn't want to get up. I saw a few times.
That's because he's old, man. He can't be taking them hits. Why the fuck are you still here?
They was definitely trying to hit him too. I respect the nigga though. And now it's gonna be even crazier.
He almost got Greg Wilson hurt. He threw it. Remember that touchdown he threw Greg?
Garrett Wilson. Got hit by 2 different motherfuckers. Your boy Hamlin and other dude hit him.
Some of them is kind of hard passes. Like you gotta not make them kind of throws.
He's not doing his receivers any favors.
Yeah, that was dangerous. That was him being.
But guys like Mike is dropping balls for him. Mike Wilson is done.
Well, see, what do you think about? Did you hear his after the presser? He said he ran the wrong route.
I believe it.
It looked that way because he turned one way and then he slipped, turning back.
I know
the
he
other
was.
way.
He was mad. He's mad. He even threw him the ball. It's like he's probably why I ain't been throwing the ball the whole time. I try to give him a shot, and this is what happened.
And it was a wide open shot too.
He wasn't even throwing the tight end the ball. I think tight end like 10 yards. He only be looking at Lazard and Wilson. So that's why I know he happy too to have Adams come in the building and get that going with him. So
yeah, with Adams. Now that's the thing about it. What do y'all think that wide receiver lineup gonna look like? You think they're gonna push the offensive rookie of the year down to the 3 spot, or do you think Lazard takes the 3 spot? I think Lazard.
It's already been. You see the target.
I think Garrett is better than Lazard for sure, but I think that Rodgers is a little more comfortable with Lazard. Garrett just gets open.
I seen him throw. I watched that London game. He had 24 targets to Wilson. I ain't never seen nobody get that many targets like that.
No.
And I think he had 13 catches. I was like, yeah, I ain't never seen nobody. They was out there just playing just them two.
But you think? I guess I don't know. I think it kind of defeats the purpose putting Lazard at the 3 because the 3's just slot, like your inside slot. So he's gonna be working on a linebacker or the safety, which
it ain't always gotta be just like you can stack it, you can double it, like you can.
Yeah, you can do different things with it, but
Lazard's not quick enough, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's more a possession receiver, like quick feet.
And that would be Garrett. Garrett would be the fastest one out of all them, even Devontae.
But that don't mean he ain't. It don't mean he ain't a number 1 just because you like.
No, you can be moved to a different spot and still be the number 1, targeted receiver.
That's what's gonna make you so dominant that you can actually move around. You can go
definitely, but
to the outside the box too.
I don't think Lazard could be the 3. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be Garrett. And you can target him more, but now that he is the 3, he's only coming in
Now you
on
just ain't got to put.
formations.
Now I know Mike Williams ain't gonna be in a lot of packages. That's all they gonna do is just take him
You
out of
know
a
what
lot of
it'll
packages.
have to be? To be honest, this will have to be some real live high end thinking from the OC. You would have to have Garrett play the 2 and the 3. Because, formationally, the 3's not always involved. He's not. So play Garrett at the 2 in those plays. And when the 3
Decoy.
is involved, shift him to the 3, put Lazard at the 2 on those
You can do a
specific
lot of things. You can
formations.
be a
Well,
deep.
and here's the
Have him
flip
as a.
side. Here's the flip side that until Devontae is up to speed, like
Right,
he's gonna have sorry, he will have lower responsibility, probably single or double formations that he's involved in. And
But, here's the but though. Jets don't have nobody active at head coach. You know what I'm saying? So, and we know Rodgers. So I'm sure in the huddle, he's going to be calling plays and say, Devontae, Green
just
Bay.
drawing shit up in the
Green
dirt.
Bay, Green Bay.
I feel like he do that every game anyway.
Right. So he might get hit a little bit more than you think coming out the gate
That's fair.
than the average.
Or I feel like
receiver.
he can get the ball out a little faster now. He got two dudes that can get off the ball quick.
That's
the
dangerous. Now, I know we talk about like great wide receiver cores like Miami and Philly and
This the one.
This is dangerous. This is real. This is real life dangerous.
The flip side is you still have the Jets offensive line. So
that's why I say you're gonna have to get the ball out.
Can't throw from your back,
right.
sir.
Get it out quick.
Sir,
get it out quick.
You cannot throw it from your back. You can't do it.
And you can use Brees as an option. He's great out the back.
Oh yeah, Brees was getting some receiving yards for
a lot
Rodgers
of receiving
last
yards.
week.
He was
definitely getting some receiving yards for Rodgers.
A lot more, you know what I'm saying? A lot more screen plays. If your line bad, you got to throw a couple more screens.
This is a dangerous, and that's the thing about it. 39 or not, to give Rodgers this dangerous that's a little nervous.
I mean, they're mortgaging their future right now is what they're trying to do. They're like, right. We got Rodgers for a year. He can either get us to the playoffs or not. And to be frank,
I feel like this is their plan.
They ain't going through Buffalo. They ain't going through anybody else in the AFC outside of the division. They can be number 2. They can be the runner-up in the division to Buffalo. But that means they better be good enough to earn a wild card spot.
Right. That might be dangerous, man.
I just remember last year about this time, everybody all nervous about the Bills. I said, don't worry about it. We got the Patriots and the Dolphins at the end of the season. We will win the division, and the Dolphins will be kicked to a wild card spot.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened.
This season, though, I feel like it's more up in the air.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the East is. I mean, even if the Jets...
I understand what you're saying with the division.
Right. Even if the Jets managed to knock off the Bills in the comeback game, the turnaround game, the Bills ain't losing to the Dolphins, and them losing to the Patriots at this point would be shocking. But I mean, weirder thing.
I don't know. Drake in there now. He's slinging that bitch. He's still
way better than Jacoby, don't he?
He still look young, but he is slinging that bitch.
We're gonna see the young flashes. They don't think they're come out perfect, but
I mean that comes. You're right. That comes from all of them. You see the young flashes with all of them, with Daniels, Nicks, all of them.
Let him get that rust off, man. Give him a couple weeks. But yeah, I'm happy they throw him out there though, man. It's time. It's been time.
And he definitely. The one thing I will say is he does not look afraid of the moment.
No.
He does not look afraid of the moment at all.
And he can throw the ball to wide receivers, man. That's what I've been wanting.
That one to Boot, or what's his name? Boot? Is that his name? Boot, the wide receiver that y'all got.
Are you talking about DeMario Douglas?
No, the one to the dude Boot or what? Boute? What is his name? Or
yeah, Kayshon Boot.
Kayshon.
Man, that motherfucker. It wasn't even video game. That shit was. I was amazed at that one. That one had me. I was like, okay, this guy got a cannon there.
I hate that we played in Houston though. Houston came out ready though, but
Now that's a great team for him to come out to. Throw them little niggas into the fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you don't have nobody, I definitely agree with grooming a quarterback, right? Bringing him up under somebody that's good enough. Y'all don't have that. So it's good for him to have seen those few games from Jacoby, get an idea, sit on the bench, see what he's doing right, see what he's doing wrong, see what you would like to do in that situation. We'll talk about it. Now, get out there and do you. And it's no better team to have done you with than the Houston Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you it gave him confidence.
Sure.
That was not a bad loss, even though it was 20 points. That wasn't a bad loss for y'all as the Patriots at all.
I'm glad we put over 20. We got 24, I think. Yeah.
That's the best loss of y'all season thus far. Because I guarantee
That's what I said in the group.
you got to think about it, though. The wide receivers now know I'm open at any point. Any point on this field, he could hit me. He has the power to do so. That's going, juvenate
it's going to
them.
step their game up.
Now he's in there. He's thinking, that was the Texans last week. Now let me show you something.
It'll be interesting.
And don't get me wrong, I was hating on the nigga coming out of North Carolina. Like I said, it ain't a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of North Carolina. I'm not to say that he can't be. I'm just saying.
All right, but circling back, putting the bow on the Bills.
Yeah, let's do that.
What
Two
quarterback
missed field goals off of the post and a bad route by Mike. I'm telling you, it could have been rough for the Bills.
The two off the post, I was just like, he doesn't have a job anymore.
Back to back, too.
Tyler missed the freaking extra point at the beginning of the game, though.
That was terrible.
That was horrible. That was shankerific.
Well, I mean, they move him out to 35 now, so.
Here's a question for you. Who has the highest QBR in the NFL right now?
Don't you dare.
Who has the highest passer rating in the NFL right now?
Don't you dare.
Who is the only guy with 8 touchdowns and 0 interceptions? All the Josh Allen haters, Mister. He can't hold on to the ball. We are coming up on the halfway point of the season, and this motherfucker doesn't have a turnover yet.
You right.
Doesn't have an interception yet.
But you also can't end the season off of 16 touchdowns.
That's true.
This ain't college, bruh. This quarterback's just going to hit you with the 30s and the...
I mean, ultimately, it's because they're not forcing it with him, right, which I like.
No, your offense is... It seems to be moving. Now, it's in spurts.
We just can't close in some situations.
It's in spurts. Like, you'll get it in the beginning and then it'll die off. Like, the run game seems to stop and then you'll pick it up again.
What I have found is that we are very much we have to stay on schedule kind of offense right now. Like, if we take a loss on first down, we're not doing a great job of coming back and getting the next first.
No impromptu play. You got to stick to the game plan.
And I think some of that is Josh playing it safe right now, and I think he's been coached to do that.
I don't even think it's a coaching thing. I think it's
him finally understanding that he does have longevity at some point.
No, not even that. Not even that. I think more so it's Josh Allen seems like a loyalist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, to the point that you can see the difference of Stephon Diggs running routes and a Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
You can see the difference between a Gabe Davis and you know what I'm saying? So he knows I can't force none of these guys the ball.
Right. None of them are going to go get it. Like, the one, I think it was Curtis Samuel.
Here's the boot. And I'm damn sure not about to be sacrificing my body for this team.
Right.
Now, I will for, Stephon Diggs, team, but not right now.
And to that point, to some extent, it wasn't Curtis Samuel, it was Keon Coleman that he hit in the end zone and Coleman dropped. Like, he put a perfect ball on. Keon was the only person that had a chance at it. It hit him in the hands and he dropped it.
Uh,
So I think there's been a couple of
That's why I say
those, but
Coleman dropped a lot of them. I think.
yeah.
He still
But
go
at the
back to
same
him
time,
though. I
that's what
thought he
people
go
said.
back.
That's what people said about Gabe Davis until like 3 years ago. Like people felt the same way about Gabe. He was our deep ball threat, but it was a 50-50 whether or not he was going to catch it.
Right.
So maybe Keon's just getting used to the system
You're
and getting
definitely
used to how Josh Allen throws.
And
I do think that plays a factor early on.
And the depth that he's receiving the ball. Like, he's not getting short passes, quick routes.
Right.
He's getting hit down the field. And again, like we said, people are faster, so it's not always about the coverage. Sometimes it's about the footsteps. Oh shit, this nigga's coming. I didn't think he was gonna get there that quick. Now I'm worried about him hitting me as I'm catching this ball.
All right, I am gonna hop off, but for my hit the showers, you might see this one coming. Will Howard of Ohio State University.
Oh, yeah.
Young man, if there are 6 seconds left on the clock, you don't scramble, you dumb motherfucker.
But beyond that, though, I don't feel like the entire game was played well.
It wasn't.
Some of it was play calling. I will say that as well.
But all right, so this comes back to my consistent point with Ohio State for the last 10 years. We are not a well-coached team. Do you know what play they burned us on for the majority of the game? And they were super successful with it.
With the DBs getting burnt?
No, I'm talking run game.
Oh.
The motherfucking zone read option, which has been a staple of every offense that I've run all my years of coaching high school, which is sidecar back, read across. If the DN crashes, you pull and you take it. And that's what happens when you don't play fucking assignment football, because their quarterback scrambled on a zone read keep at least twice.
He was looking nice, too. He was looking nice. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, yeah.
And that is one of the simplest offensive concepts. In fact, what we talked about with the different teams that I've run.
God bless him. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But I don't know what's going on with his nose area, but he looks like a skeleton. Like, it was bothering me. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, just to put a bow on that one, like zone read and the read option is something you run when you're not the most talented team on the field.
Right.
That's why teams run it.
Right.
That's why we've run it for 15 years, because we have never had, a top tier program. We've always had to be scrappy.
Right.
And for us to give up zone read for a touchdown, for the go ahead touchdown, that was just pathetic. So in addition to Will Howard,
Ryan Day,
guess what? Your day has come. And you lose to Michigan again, and you'll be out. So
he should have been out. He should have been fucking out.
Yeah, how do you lose 3 times? You get
Hell of your business, though, G.
All right, sir. Take it easy. Take it easy, fellas.
Yep. Fucking A. I agree, though. Not to get into the Buckeyes.
Oregon got the conference. I knew it was gonna be tough.
And I've talked about it before. I don't like seeing the Buckeyes play go-ahead teams. You're going to beat all them teams in the front of your season. This was the first game I really watched front to back, and I was so not impressed. So unbelievably not impressed that I was like, ooh. Like, this ain't even the Buckeyes I remember. Like, you got, just to wrap it up, because I was so upset, you got great players in positions without a team as a whole. You relying on the great players that you put in certain positions, but the team as a whole is not together. So back to Mike's point, it's not a well-coached team. That shit look.
A lot of good players just on the team.
That shit look bad. But back to the game. Let's get to your Patriots, the Texans versus Patriots, because we was talking about it.
Yeah, three. I like what Drake made was on three picks though. That's the only thing I was concerned about. Three turnovers. But
Right.
like we said, it's gonna come with the running.
It's his first game, but he did throw for 253 or 243. You got to think, CJ Stroud was 20 for 31, 192, three touchdowns, one interception, even though that one interception wasn't really his fault. But Drake May was 20 for 33 for 243 yards. So the production value was there. You just on your efficiency, on that's where you gotta pick it up. But you fucking led in rushing yards too, even though it's only 38. That's really on Antonio Gibson.
Gibson, I don't think Gibson played.
Nah. But 13 carries,
Gibson,
19 yards. 13 carries, 19 yards on a 1.5 average. That's pedestrian.
right.
That's
I
not
feel like
even
he got
bad. That's pedestrian.
little bit of Josh Allen. That's
Yeah, that's rough. It ain't much you can really say about that, but yeah, Demario did his thing though. 6 receptions, 92 yards, and a touchdown. You cutting out? What you say?
I said I think that was his first study this year.
Was it?
And so, man, we
Listen,
wasn't getting a lot of receiving touchdowns.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. When I say shit like that, that's gonna rejuvenate y'all's wide receivers.
Now they want to get open. So
Right.
now they're not
I
just
need stats, and this nigga can finally get me stats.
get me stats.
He ain't just gonna be playing for the first down.
Hey, the sickest thing take down first downs, like, and then we get a hold and we back there two
Mm-hmm.
second. I knew when we second and 20, we not gonna make
Listen,
this drive.
and that's why I say Brissett, and I'm still sticking by what I said. Brissett may be the NFL's best game manager, but if you're not playing to win, it's all for naught. Because we've seen a
And
great.
he gotta have more talent around him. Like
You are right.
in Indy, he had like some guys that was like Michael Pittman and before too. And I feel like Indy was
And then
kind of his best.
in Denver, uh, who was there when he was in Denver?
I don't think he went to Denver.
Brissett was in Denver, wasn't he? I might be thinking of somebody else. He was in Miami, wasn't he?
I'm trying to think of this thing he went to.
I know he been everywhere. Let me look it up. Matter of fact, fuck nonsense. I'm about to look it up. Cause I know that nigga been everywhere. Let's see. So he went to the. What was it? He went to New England Patriots in 16, Indianapolis Colts in 17, Miami Dolphins in 21, Cleveland Browns in 22, Washington Commanders in 23, and then back to the Patriots in 24. So I must be confusing him with somebody. Was it Teddy Bridgewater
Teddy Bridge, and then he retired. Yeah.
Okay, Teddy Bridgewater in Denver. This.
And in Miami, yep.
Uh-huh. That's who it is. I was confusing. But yeah, that nigga been around.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe he made his way back to us.
Listen, that's how you know he ain't got much time left.
We should have let him keep making his rounds.
Nah, don't let him keep making his rounds. Because at least he getting paid at the end of the day. And a guy like that, no joke, I would have, at the very least, I would most likely give him a quarterback coaching position.
Got to. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because at the very least, I would do that. Because he's not, like, again, he's not a bad game manager. But we need some balls to your game. At some point, you got to roll the
he
dice.
He had a better career than he thought. He got a lot of shots and got a ring. You know what I'm saying? So
that's how you know the nigga has to be, of merit. You can't be on all them different teams and really be getting playing time.
And break it down, it's hard to be a black quarterback in the league as it is, period. So
especially his style.
Because
he ain't no
runner. Not a runner. He's not a runner.
He ain't no runner. Fuck. Yeah, salute to my nigga.
Who is he? Who do you usually like a? Trying to compare him to somebody back then.
You can't compare him to nobody back then without giving him more props than he deserves.
I'm just talking about like his style of play.
Because immediately I
not
think
a runner,
of like a Cunningham. Cunningham wasn't coming out of that backfield unless you made him. Randall wasn't running. Now, young Randall may, but once Randall started getting older, getting a little bit of help, he ain't. I'm not leaving his pocket.
I was thinking like a Steve McNair type or something.
McNair, somewhat, yeah, I could see that. But McNair put his body on the line.
Dante Culpepper or something.
Culpepper-ish. Yeah. But we'll see how y'all work out. What y'all, 2-4? You said what?
Yep, 2-4.
Mm-hmm.
Still in the race for the, the Jets. They've been losing. I think they right there 2-4.
Yep, Jets 2-4. We 2-4.
Miami, I think 2-4.
That shit it's looking ugly right now. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I thought we can steal a spot.
I mean, it's gonna be room to. It's gonna be room to this year. It's gonna be whoever catch fire on the back half of the season.
So we're gonna have to just win games, though. That's the whole part of the war.
Yeah, you can't just look good in them. You gotta win them.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be difficult for a rookie quarterback coming in midway through the season. But I mean,
I think Bo Nix has been looking pretty decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bo Nix been looking good, but he also had the whole season to get to this point. And if you notice, his last few games,
but he started off. About to say he started off bad the first season. Then he started
throwing 4 interceptions in a game and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But his last few games.
Even Jaden's first game.
Who was it?
Jaden's first game he lost, and then he got on that rough.
Who was it? I think he played. I think it was the Commanders he played before the Raiders. It was. I can't remember who it was, but that's the game he started coming on. And then when he played the Raiders, they was like, "This may be his best game yet." Shit, he was looking good. It might be. Fuck.
Shit, Jaden looked good in the loss to the Ravens. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have them bad games where your defense can't really stop.
Yeah, and that's a tough team to stop, especially when you don't have no reference point. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't play them all the time. You don't got no reference point to understand how it is to contain Lamar and still have your DBs in place.
A lot of teams don't know how to guard this role. So
right.
And they was without. Obviously, they main back, so that'll help you a little bit.
And you don't got no Chase Young, no LeVar Arrington. You don't got no kind of edge that's really going to get to him or try to push him away. So he's free reign. He could do whatever he want out there.
Allen's pretty good, the big dude on him.
But he a tackle, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little different because, you getting double teamed every play damn near. It's hard to get through the middle, and even if you do get through the middle, you can't force him away. The whole reason why
I like that Washington team. They got Robert. Remember the dude that played for Dallas? What's his
I don't
name?
know who you talking about.
He had dreads. He played for Houston last year.
At what position? What position we talking?
Receiver. He played with Commanders now.
That's on receive. Oh, you talking about that came from Ohio State. What's his name? Not Jameson, or is it Williamson, or
I gotta look now.
I can't think of his name, but I know he's talking about. I think that's the nigga I'm thinking of that came from Bama, that was at Ohio State and transferred to No. No, I'm confusing motherfuckers. You talking about Noah.
Noah
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah. But he came from Ohio State too, didn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, he talking about Noah.
He nice with them.
Well, yeah, listen, even back last year, Texas's wide receiving core was crazy for them to be as young as they was. You had like 3 rookies that was out there all looking to put up numbers.
Knox boys.
Yeah, he played for the Buckeyes.
I thought Mount definitely going to talk about his Philly boy.
Yeah, I wanted to too, for real. I really wanted to listen, they ain't even the Eagles. They the Philadelphia Saquon Barkleys.
Man.
You hear what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the team ain't helping as well, but it's all on Saquon's back.
He had a bad game last week.
Yeah, he didn't have the best game, but that nigga is the one working. AJ Brown came back and showed out, you know. Showed out 116 off of 6 receptions.
Yep. I got Dallas on my fantasy. He went out early.
Goddard. Who is who's the backup though? Number 81.
He's nice.
Man, he caught like a little 46-yarder, but it wasn't a 46-yard pass. He caught it like 15 and took that bitch 46.
2 hours, yeah.
I don't know who that is, but I was looking like, who is that guy right there? And Mock ain't nowhere to be found. That hit on Pierre Strong. Did you see that on the sideline?
Mm-mm.
He caught that screen pass. I think it was in like the 3rd or 4th quarter. He caught that screen pass and he took it up. Oh my gosh, the hit on Pierre Strong. You gotta look that up.
I'm about to see that.
He cranked him. And he wasn't even running at him. He was just damn near standing still. And he cranked him. It was one of them hits. I ain't seen a hit like that in a minute. And they ain't called no flag, no nothing. It was just a good ass. It was one of them pad crunching hits. Strong even stayed on the ground for a while and was just laying there. And one of his teammates had to get him. He took a shot. It was a good shot.
One Hutchinson injury was ugly against Dallas.
I didn't see it. What happened?
He broke his leg. I think he's gonna be out.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard loss too.
It is.
Damn, I didn't see that.
Yep.
Damn, and Detroit was trending in the right direction. I don't feel the same way about Detroit like I do about actual that team up north.
What team?
You know that team up north. Them cheating
Detroit?
ass Wolverines.
Oh, okay.
We don't even say the name where I come from. We say that team up north. Yeah, I don't feel the same way about the Lions as I do about them. So I kind of, even though they in my same conference, I kind of root for them a bit.
It was scary.
But that's tough. That's a tough loss to take.
Yep. But I think they gonna score the role.
Yeah, they gonna be all right. They gonna be all right. And they've been, listen, I like Campbell, man.
Fact.
I really do like Campbell.
They gave him the game ball last man.
I really fucking do like Campbell. But I knew when they picked him up, I was like, when they had that Hard Knocks, I was like, oh yeah, that's the kind of coach that a nigga need right there.
Got the players who want to play.
Right.
That's nice.
That's why I think the Raiders like Pierce. And that's a smooth transition, isn't it? Let me smooth transition my ass on to my team.
It is smooth.
But I do think that's why the Raiders like Pierce, because you coming from a player, right? Who ain't been far removed from where you are.
From the game.
Who's still
you can
hungry.
Go back and still watch them and see like yeah.
Come on, man. When you got players, when you got coaches like that, the players recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
And then people talking about, well, this could be Antonio Pierce's last year. You're right. It very well could. And the only reason why is what I harp on every fucking episode. The Raiders make bad decisions. There's no way you can pin what is happening now on Antonio Pierce. When he been telling y'all, listen, let me get a quarterback in the draft. Let's trade up.
That's why I feel like him speaking out about Devontae was big for them. No, it wasn't no anonymous or nothing.
Right. If he want to go, he can go.
We're trying to get everybody bad out of here. Like that's why I say he need his own team. Like he want his own team. So fire me after I have my own situation, my own team.
Right.
It don't work that way.
That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
Give him a shot at least, though.
Yep.
You seen what he did with Aiden last year.
Only team that probably beat the Ravens this year.
To be who?
The Ravens.
This year? Not this year.
Y'all beat the Ravens?
Yeah, we beat them, but we ain't the only team that beat them.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, y'all, I mean, teams look good playing against them anyway, so y'all got, I'm just saying, like, I just feel like give him his own team, give him, like, the right people, get the right people out. You know
right. You really just gotta give him a shot at the draft. What is he gonna do at quarterback? Or and I'm sure
get a trade,
that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people that are gonna be up next year. I think with getting rid of Devontae, that at the very least boosted you the fourth highest cap available in the NFL.
Y'all get Justin Fields to take y'all over the top off the rip.
The only thing I would like to have Justin, don't get me wrong, I say that all the time, but the only thing I don't like about him is
he's a winner, 4-2, and they about to bench him. Out of here, man.
That's the only reason why I picked the Raiders to win last week. They were supposed to bench him last week and put Russell in.
And he played.
I was like, why the fuck is they playing Fields?
He did a fake pitch and he ran it in like nobody's even over there ever. That's why they said the offense is mad because they were like, well, we don't know if Russ got the running ability. Like,
right. And he got that sneaky speed. Like, Fields don't even look like he moving, and it's like, oh shit, that can't catch him.
He's striding like easily.
He looked like he jogging, and niggas just falling behind.
I think they say he ain't got that no turnovers either. Like, I don't think he's turning the ball over, and they was like, I don't know why we couldn't bench him.
But that you right. They only gave him a 1 year. Now the question here's the thing though.
Most time you gotta show what you can do in that when you're there and you
Here's the
showing what you
thing
can do.
though. Right here, I'm about to tell you right now. Here's the thing. I guarantee Getsy would like to have him in his offense, but here's the thing. If
And you see how
Pierce
Lamar is.
if Pierce was to bypass the draft after he's, stated his claim so much as that's what he wanted to do, but we all know what he really wanted to do. I said it all the time. He wanted Jaden. He wanted Jaden because he coached him in high school and college. He has a relationship with him. They wasn't going to be able to trade up to that point, and they said work with Gardner. But that's here nor there. What I'm getting at is if he then says, forget this draft, and I honestly don't think that this is the best draft to get a quarterback.
I don't be thinking quarterback coming in. I don't know.
I really don't think that this is the draft to get a quarterback. I mean, your boy Milroe looks decent. I mean, you could,
Shedeur.
Yeah, you could say Shedeur, but again, I don't want the antics and everything that comes with him. And who else? It's somebody else. Oh, who else am I thinking of?
You were from Miami or something?
Nah, not Cam Ward. It's a white boy. I can't think of who it is though. What? I can't. I'm even blanking on the school. Oh, that's
Dude
gonna
from
bother
Nebraska.
me. Nah, that's the one dude. Nah, the Hispanic dude. That's not who I'm thinking of. Oh, that's gonna bother me. It may come to me. But if you bypass the draft and go for Fields and say, let's just go with that, and it don't work out, trust and believe that that's going to be all the ammunition they need. You won't be around for 2026, I guarantee you that. Whether you're good for the job or not, they won't keep him for 2026 if he goes with a Fields instead of getting somebody in the draft and they don't end up doing too much better than they doing right now. Oh, he's out of there.
I bet they'll win though. Like they're bringing in a rookie, you're not for sure to win. Like they can get too.
That's a good point. I mean, I feel like he's in a tight spot. If I'm being honest, it's not a spot that you can't work yourself out of, but because based off of last game and for my shower heads, I was a 32-13 loss for the Raiders. Based off of last game,
No Jacoby.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, but I honestly, right now, I would be questioning whether or not to try to pull somebody up from the practice squad.
Man, y'all ain't got no receivers. Okay, traded Weston away to Devontae. I know y'all didn't see this coming though. Like
no, we didn't. But I mean, you can push Jacoby to the 1. You can put Trey at the 2, even though he doesn't belong there. Well, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that at all. I'm just saying that Trey.
I just know y'all 1 can't be the tight end for real. Like, which he might be the 1,
you know what you might have to do? You might have to put Brock at the wide receiver spot. You might have to. It's not like he can't play it. He run a 4.40.
He's like a better when linebackers on him than DBs and corners like safety. So
you still got Michael Mayer at the tight end and Austin Hooper, who you can put in for your,
No, he with us.
We got rid of Hooper?
Yeah, he played for the Pats.
Then who's the other dude I'm thinking of? Damn. I'm off my game today, baby. Well, whatever.
Or there's so many players in the league. It's hard to keep up with all of them.
I mean, whatever. He's third tight end on the depth chart. That's but it wouldn't be nothing to bump him up to the second spot, putting Brock out there. Run it. I would. What else are you gonna do?
Too.
You said who? Zaire been out though.
He been out.
Yeah, he been out. They need to give the starting spot to Amir Abdullah instead of Alexander. And they got 14 carries, 33 yards. He did get a touchdown, but
They didn't know.
yeah, nah. Need to go ahead and put him back at the 2 spot. Put Abdullah up there. And I don't know if Zamir White deserves it when he gets back.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all gotta shuffle the team up.
Yeah, I would real talk. I would either try to it's so tough. I would really try to send an email to Mark and management and say
Brady got his hands on the team now. So
right, and him. I would tell them all. I would even put Brady's name
he
in
know
the
what
email.
time it is. He about to bring. Hey, y'all team gonna be different. He can keep Pierce in there. He gonna keep Pierce around.
He better. If he's smart,
They
he
got
would.
a good. They probably got a good relationship.
If I was Pierce, I'm sending the email right now. Like, bruh, listen, I know I said I was gonna come turn this around, but I'm gonna need one more year after this because I don't
Brady
see
knows.
anything good. I would reference him time. I know it ain't a lot of good quarterbacks right now for me to even focus on. But the only issue is Shador is Brady's mentee. Shador is Brady's mentee.
Yep.
So he gonna be like, yeah, Shador's out there.
Or he gonna really like, I can help you. We can get it filled. We can get these available quarterbacks in the trades. You know what I'm saying? They could probably really talk and get to really acting on stuff now. Now that Brady's in office.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy. I'm definitely happy that he's here, but I don't see what he can do.
Vegas is finna be. I'm telling you, bro, I hate it because I'm a Pat fan, but I feel like y'all team in a couple years is gonna be like really right there because that's a good place to live, and like it's like who don't want to play in that stadium? Like who don't want to live in Vegas? Who don't want to like play around Tom Brady and Jason? Like it's gonna be different for y'all in a few years. I promise.
I just don't see. I feel like if we get
Shador, he gonna make a big shuffle.
We gotta
shuffle the deck. You gotta definitely shuffle the deck a little bit.
We gonna have all white wide receivers.
No, he played with a lot of black dudes. Man. Ain't gonna act like he didn't.
He played with a few.
A lot.
I'm just playing. But you know how you do, like Brady. This ain't you, baby. We need some speedsters. You see how this shit work?
You can actually get those combines and do a lot of things now. So yeah.
Nah, but at the end of the day, I'm clowning. I do think it's a good look.
So is he not broadcasting no more? If he takes
he's still doing that. He's still doing that. I just saw a commercial talking about he'd be on the next. I can't remember what game.
It is the Miami.
That might be.
It's the Kansas City and San Fran game, I think. Because I think I seen Debo and Kittle talking about it.
Excuse me. But yeah, I can't remember when I seen that or what game it was. But I do remember it was in the future game.
I think it's next week too.
That nigga be hype announcing this shit. He doesn't quite have his analyst demeanor about him just yet.
Yeah.
He's still kind of geeked up like a player, and they ain't ready for that. I enjoy it, but they don't. But Yeah, Devontae out for a conditional. I figured we was gonna get something low because we wasn't worried about getting nothing for him so much as not taking the hit to the cap.
Yeah.
And by getting him, if I'm correct, I believe we freed up 23.5 million on the cap. We was already sitting at fifth highest amount in the NFL, so I think they just wanted to get rid of him. In the conditional, I don't quite know if it's possible, but it can turn to a second rounder if Devontae Adams makes either first or second team All Pro this year. Or I don't think that that's gonna happen just with the amount of time that we got left. I can't really see it unless he really just going nuts.
Balls off.
Yeah. But the other option is, and ironically, I think this is the more likely option than the other. If they make it to a AFC Conference Championship or Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's definitely unlikely. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely unlikely, but I could see that happening before I see Devontae making any All-Pro teams without playing. But I guess you still gotta
make the playoffs first. So yeah.
You still gotta count that. What I think he gave us like 300 and some change yards this season. So I guess they still gonna count it to whatever he put up with New York, but I can't see him.
There's probably a lot of guys ahead of him right now, so yeah.
Yeah, I can't see him making no All-Pro teams. It would have to be them making the conference, even though I don't see that happening, but I see that being more likely than him.
All-Pro.
Right. Yeah. So chances are we got a third rounder, but shit, niggas come out in the third round, so I ain't upset about it regardless. I know, like I said, Aiden, he was 27 for 40 passes, 227 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 sack, 9 hurries.
He ain't had no weapons right now either, so it's kind of hard to judge.
It's a little tougher. There this nigga go.
What up?
What's happening?
What it do?
Shit, grinding like the wheels on the car.
I know that's right. Change the tires, nigga.
No, I'm at the crib, nigga. That job's over with. We already cashed out there today.
I know that's right.
What's going on? What's the topic? What's happening?
Talking about how Philly sucks. Fucking fish.
Nah, but I tell you what, the Raiders and the Browns is tripping about Amari Cooper and Devontae Adams, though.
We just talked about that.
Yeah, man.
We talked about Devontae at least. That was just to get rid of him so we don't take a hit on the cap situation.
Amari Cooper situation too,
but a third round pick. I get what you're saying, Cliff, off the podcast about it, but a third round pick is still crazy to me.
Well, it's conditional, even though the conditions won't be met. But
right, you hear me? That's what
it's conditional. That's another thing we was talking about. The conditions are either Devontae has to either be a first or a second team All-Pro by the end of the season, or the Jets have to at least make the conference championship or the Super Bowl.
I mean, it just makes it, harder in New York now. Like you said, I mean.
No, I think New York got it good.
Shit.
I do. Outside of that O-line, I think they got it good. Now that you got Devontae, that opens up so fucking much.
I agree, but, AFC is still the AFC at the end of the day. Still tough. Still
you right. But I almost feel like, at least for a guy like Rodgers, and don't get me wrong, we talked about it. I know that O-line is still suspect. But for a guy like Rodgers, getting Devontae with Lazard and Wilson, and Breece Hall. That's like hitting that mode in Sonic where all you hitting is the gold shit and, you know, going hella fast. He has a chance to rack up as many fucking stats as you could imagine with that lineup. Even without Devontae knowing all the plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't need another play.
Real talk.
Remember when we ran in Green Bay? This is what it is. Simple.
Right.
Basically.
They gonna do this.
You do the same thing.
Yeah, you hit that route. I got you.
You know the pass is right there as soon as you turn your head. Boom.
But
you can't double him like that anymore. You can't double him. You can't double him and not double Garrett.
No, your defensive scheme is different, though, for sure. And the hole opened up where
wide open. When you got
again.
Man, when you got him, Lazard, and Garrett on the field at the same time, it's wide open.
Hit your head on the goalpost every time. Go ahead and do it. He's fast.
That's tough. That's gonna be tough. I can't even lie about that.
I know the defense got happier too. Now we can go ahead and play.
Yeah,
He might be looking for kickers though, because he's a bit debatable.
You sound a little in a tunnel-ish. You said what?
It's that Wi-Fi.
I didn't even know that now. Can you hear me now?
Speak.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, I said, I don't know what I said.
I don't know what you said either. It sound like you speaking through your phone mic instead of your pods.
So what happens when you bitch ass nest?
I don't even remember what we was talking about.
Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers got chemistry, but they also got miles on them, and they got age. You got a 32-year-old wide receiver with a 40-year-old quarterback.
But see, it's perfect, and I'm gonna tell you why it's perfect. Excuse me. Because if you recall correctly, before when Aaron Rodgers went down that first year, Zach Wilson had Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard, and the vet was who? None other than old ass Randall Cobb. And Zach Wilson had the best start of his career that he ever had in that year. If you replace the vet of Randall Cobb with Devontae Adams and replace the quarterback of Zach Wilson with Aaron Rodgers, I can't even. The offensive numbers is gonna be crazy. I give Rodgers with Devontae on the field. I give Rodgers 2 games. It'd be safe to say bet over 300. Bet over 300 yards.
I think you're giving them too much.
I'm telling you.
Rodgers not having too many 300 games anymore these days.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Right. I'm telling you. Now, of course, you know how the game goes, especially on the FanDuel or whatever. It's gonna be a few games he hit 279. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what I'm saying, like, because there's some defenses out there too right now.
But I'm telling you, watch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll see the same glory days that they had. I'm calling it.
He been doing it. His pass has been on point.
He had a few. He had one game.
Right, a completed one. A 52-yard completed Hail Mary to Allen Lazard.
But we can't forget about that London game where he had 3 interceptions this week before,
but that's going to happen, though.
Nah. I don't see Baker Mayfield throwing 3 picks in the game.
That's gonna happen.
I don't see the rookie Jaden Daniels throwing 3 picks in the game.
But we also don't know what kind of field they played on.
It's different than Brazil. I like to go with that excuse because of that Philly game.
We know most of them is soccer fields.
Nah, because the games in London, I'm pretty sure are regular fields. It was just that Brazil one where it was a little bit off. I'm pretty sure. Because they've had more games in London than that was the first game in Brazil. You know what I mean?
But at the same time,
I think we play in London this Sunday.
There's no football fields in London. Like maybe, high school and shit like that, but I'm saying there's no professional upkept football fields in London. It's all soccer fields. They call soccer football.
Right.
They don't have no professional organization to keep a football field up to NFL football regulations. So if he was to throw any interceptions, I'd imagine it to be that game. Not to, really bail him out. That's still fucked up. 3 interceptions is fucked up either way you look at it, but...
That one was a crazy dude.
Can't hear you at all.
Bitch nigga, are you there?
I didn't hear nothing at all.
Calling a bitch nigga on line 1.
Can you hear me?
CT,
I can hear you perfect now.
I said the one he threw a defensive dude, like the defensive lineman, like tipped it up, but yeah, it's still a pick, of course.
You talking about in the London game?
London game, yeah.
I mean, like CT said earlier in the podcast before you hopped on, right now it's looking pretty open. Shit's looking pretty open. Even the teams that are on top are looking pretty beatable.
Not the Chiefs, but yeah.
Not the Chiefs. Texans is taking off a bit, but outside of those 2 teams, it's wide open. Maybe
I think
the
Vikings are
Lions.
undefeated.
Vikings is still, bro. They nice. They scary for real.
The Vikings, but that's like...
And they just copped Cam Akers.
I mean, you could say, though, I ain't gonna hate, but you could say the Steelers are looking that way.
Oh, man. They got me hot right now.
If they go with Russell, that's crazy, man.
They already said they are. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm giving them an early hit the showers, bro. Like, you're going to sit the hot hand down for the unknown. Like, what? I mean, he lost to Dallas, and they lost, to y'all? They lost to the Raiders and lost. No, they beat.
No, they beat us. Yeah.
That's what it was. That's right. They lost to Dallas and somebody else.
Game.
That's right. I'm tripping, but they lost. They lost 2 games, bro. You finna bench Justin? Like, that's what I'm saying about derailing these young men's confidence. Like, Justin get a fresh start. He's not doing too bad. He could be doing a little bit better, but not doing too bad. Winning record, and you finna sit him for rest.
That's the kind of shit that.
Ball last game too.
But that shouldn't derail nobody's confidence.
Well, it's already been happening. Well, look at it. Look at what happened to him in Chicago. Y'all went with the new bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all.
But then it would derail him with him. He would have came in and had a bad season. Like,
listen.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. No. I'm not saying that because you can go through a breakup or CT, so to speak, and then rebound. What I'm saying is you go to back-to-back, so to speak, breakups of getting benched or sat down.
But then you find the right situation and all.
I'm listening, Cliff.
Listen, that's what I'm. Listen, but the whole thing is, if the first situation ain't right, everybody don't have a high school sweetheart that they end up marrying. Sometimes you gotta run the numbers. You gotta circle the block for a minute before you find the best thing for you. The reason why you know that this nigga's gonna be on his feet regardless is because the Steelers was talking about pushing him to a fucking kick returner.
That was just reports, I think. I don't think
it was reports, but it sounded very far from him having a spot at the starting lineup. Now, what saved his career?
If Mike Tomlin would have said it, then I would have believed it, but I don't believe it.
Right.
Now, what saved his career is the fact that Russ got hurt.
No, he got players vouching for him now. And it's different when your
He
players
definitely
start vouching
does.
for you.
But that's now. My whole thing is if he didn't have the opportunity at all, if Russ didn't get hurt, they would have tried to kill this man's career.
And
His
he didn't even have
career
so
would have
much
been
talent
done.
out there for real. He only throwing to like George Pickens and like Pat. You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't
The
wrong.
tight end.
Fire move.
Yeah,
you
like
ain't wrong.
he really ain't out there throwing it to no dominant wide receiver either. So,
But they wouldn't even tried to get. They gave this nigga 1.5. 1 year, 1.5.
he at least a $20-25 million quarterback.
Man, stop fucking playing. Isn't that what you gave Gardner?
If y'all paying Lamar that, he ain't not that far off from him. I'm not saying he's Lamar, but
he's Lamar.
He got that flash that he might do.
Listen, now that he had the opportunity. No,
he is not.
Who? What he say?
He said he did Terrell Pryor.
Who? Fields?
Yeah.
Man, stop playing.
Stop playing, man. Oh shit! No, I like Fields.
Yeah, nah, he gotta find his fit. And it seems like this is what it seems like. He's a pretty good fit anywhere.
Let him go to Miami with Tyreek.
Oh yeah, he's gunning that bitch. That's his signature pass. Gun that bitch, and it be in the right spot too.
I just don't want him to get the Kirk Cousins treatment where you're bouncing from home to home until one day finally, get a home.
Some niggas get it like that. You know, some niggas got it easy, some niggas got it hard, and it's not bad either way. But me, I kind of trust a nigga that had it hard more than I trust a nigga that had it easy.
I don't want it if it's that easy.
You heard? Listen, speaking from the grave or the islands, whichever you choose to believe.
The grave islands.
You know? But yeah, I was saying my as far as my Raiders go, at this point, you gotta look at pulling somebody up from the practice squad.
Oh yeah.
Real talk, like you gotta really shake some shit up. Like y'all don't have this might be the end of y'all's career type shit. Like get these niggas nervous.
All right.
Otherwise, and plus, you're already losing. You're probably not gonna get too many more wins. You might as well throw out the Cinderella story to see if you at least get publicity. Yeah. Practice squad quarterback takes the team to nearly the playoffs. People start tuning into that.
Takes the team by storm.
You know, throw somebody in there and just see if something happens, or wait until you get a good pick in the draft and get who you want. But right now, ain't no reason to play for winning. I mean, I want them to win every week. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying get these youngins comfortable more so than focus on your dubs. Because you're not in a position that you're going to make the playoffs.
You don't think?
No, not at all. You already lost to the Chiefs once. You lost to the Broncos, who are usually at the bottom of the division.
I tried to tell you about Bo Nix though, man. You ain't believe.
Nah, Bo Nix I'll give you that. Bo Nix is something.
I haven't even seen him play. I just keep hearing about him. Like,
nah, Bo Nix is something. Now you said, I remember we was talking about it, and I was hating on the nigga, and you said, I do remember that.
Yeah,
he's definitely.
I mean, he might have got lucky though too, because they still don't have.
Nah, he ain't getting lucky. He got it in him.
You think?
Nah, he got it in him for sure.
Got that dog in him, Cliff.
I give him that. But like, what was I talking about before you
Raiders? You
interrupted me.
You said that you just came to the conclusion that the Raiders need to just basically try out, all the tricks of the trade at this point. Just sign guys, bring them up to the practice squad, whatever it looks like, just to.
Nah, guys.
Uh,
Not guys. You don't need to sign guys. You just need a quarterback.
Shit.
Bless you. You need
Thank
a quarterback. What was the one dude's name that we got? That was from
What happened to Jarrett Stidham?
Shut the fuck up. You just talking shit.
Mm.
That nigga was out of there before Carr was out of there. You just throwing names out of there.
Oh man, I had a couple guys.
But we got that one dude. What was his name? Anthony Brown from the Ravens. That was on the Ravens.
What position?
Quarterback.
No, I don't remember.
Remember that year, 3 years ago? 3 years ago? Lamar Jackson went down. Tyler Huntley got like 3 wins in a row. Then he went down and they brought in their third string, who I think his name was Anthony Brown. I think we got him. And I don't think we released him, but he's not on the roster, so he has to be on the practice squad. Pull him up.
Shit.
And if he's not, and if we got rid of him, who's on the practice squad? These niggas aren't getting it done. So if we're going to lose, let's lose with a different option.
Cam Newton's still out there ready to play ball.
I'm not talking about getting nobody. I'm talking about what we already got. Let's lose with a. Let's give a nigga an opportunity who hadn't had an opportunity. That's what I'm saying.
But y'all already tried that. I feel like with Gardner, with Aiden, with Garoppolo. You know what I mean? Like,
well, Gardner and Aiden. Aiden you can't count. He was a rookie last year. He played half the season. That was an emergency situation. You didn't have a doctor on duty, so he had to stand in. This season, you called yourself making an executive decision by getting Gardner. Gardner's not working out, so it falls back on Aiden. That's still not Aiden's fault, because his purpose of being there was just learning being a backup in general.
Right.
You're just throwing him in these situations, and he was doing decent. But right now, we know that Gardner, whether he lacks the confidence or he just doesn't fit in the offensive scheme, it's not working out. It's not working out with Aiden either because he's still young. So give it to somebody who's been there before but hadn't quite had the opportunity to take the reins, is all I'm saying.
Makes sense.
You're losing anyway. You're going to keep losing. So give somebody else an opportunity to keep losing.
Raiders to the Super Bowl, just win, baby. Every year.
But again, issue, I know you bullshitting, the issue why we won't see that is because people's jobs are on the line. And it looks real bad when you pull up a fucking practice squad guy and you were the guy who signed off on bringing Gardner over for $10 million a year.
Right.
Shit's
I mean,
crazy.
they fired what's his name, Mike Mayock a couple years ago. Mr. NFL Draft Board. I brought him in as a GM, and obviously didn't like whatever. And got rid of him. So I mean, jobs are on the line, and some guys don't want to lose their jobs, but I mean, it all comes down to if it ain't working,
they just don't. They don't make the best decisions. Here we go, and we'll wrap up talking about my team. We didn't give you the opportunity because you ain't. So now that Devontae Adams is out, right?
Right.
Who do you put at wide receiver?
Brock Bowers. That's your guy.
You heard that, CT? You heard that? He wasn't even on when we talked about it. You heard that?
That's your guy because CT. I don't know if you watch Penn State play this year, but they got a tight end that's like a Brock Bowers kind of guy to me, and this nigga does it all. So like, what I'm saying is like, if you got a Brock Bowers, a Kyle Pitts,
you gotta use him that way.
You gotta use him that way. Like, niggas is more than just blocking, bro. You got
right. And you already got Michael Mayer and what's the other nigga's name?
What'd you say, CT?
Yeah, cut out again. I gotta look that up. I said Austin Hooper.
But Brock Bowers though is would be my target. If I'm a Raiders quarterback, I'm looking for Brock Bowers.
I mean,
Looking
the
for
nigga's been getting damn near 100 yards a game, almost, just edging it, just so, ever so slightly, 98, 97. He's had a couple games over 100, but
I'm looking at Brock Bowers. I'm looking at Jacoby Myers. I'm looking at Trey Tucker. I'm looking at the future. You know, if you know, Mayer, you said your boy Mayer. I'm looking at the future if I'm on the Raiders. You know,
I think you need to shuffle the deck. Like I said,
shuffle the deck. What do you mean? Like here's
Harrison
the thing.
Like Harrison Bryant.
Like who's going to actively want to come to Las Vegas right now?
It's gonna be people.
A lot of people.
Unless you,
especially now that Tom Brady can finally take his position. It's gonna be.
It sounds good.
He's gonna get the hardball effect. Believe that.
It sounds good, CT. You sound good, CT. Magic Johnson's still on the Commanders, and yeah, they look good this season. But niggas ain't coming to the team because of Magic Johnson, bro. They're not. They're not coming to the team because of Magic
Johnson. Ain't Tom Brady.
Magic Johnson put a lot of people in the office.
Cliff, if you want to be technical about GOAT, regardless of sport.
No, I'm not talking about none of that.
So what do you mean?
Football in general.
But
football player. Ask a football player if they give a fuck about Magic Johnson.
I'm talking about influence. Cliff, are we talking about influence?
Right. I'd much rather learn from the guy that played the game than the guy that did not at all. That just has the money to buy the team.
I hear you, but I'm willing to bet in general in the world that Magic has way more influence than Tom Brady.
I'm sure he
not
has
in the football
influence.
World. No,
no, that's not. You're not
exactly.
Okay.
Not at all in the football world. You just dip your toe in it.
What?
You don't always have to. It's just like a coach. Not all coaches.
But what I'm getting at is we know the great Tom Brady. They just had a fucking roast of him within the year. People feel like he just played a minute ago. So you know there are going to be players that say, oh, do I have the opportunity to speak with, learn from, all that? If they sign off on yes, they're there. It's not like Vegas is a shithole. It's just a bad place for young players because there's. I mean,
besides their women's basketball team, I personally.
I'm talking about where to live, like living somewhere.
I agree, but I mean,
cost of living getting crazy high. You don't have California taxes, but you're right next door to.
I mean, only time will tell. You know, tomato.
That's what I told them. It's gonna be
a setup. They are setting it up for it to be like a dynasty situation. It's just
NBA
a matter
team
of
finna be there.
Do they make the right decisions?
We'll see. They gotta show me first, man. It's kind of like the Cowboys, man. Like I told you, like y'all and the Cowboys.
We're not at all the Cowboys.
Definitely not.
Because we've never been on a Cowboys situation. We've always been fighting for an opportunity. We waiting for our Cowboys opportunity.
I mean, but y'all, I mean,
we can't be the Cowboys. The reason why everybody hates on the Cowboys is because all the Cowboys did was win for a while. They were the first Patriots that couldn't continue the trend. After a while, it fizzled off and it never got well again. But they tried to market it like we'll be back. He ain't been back.
Right.
The Patriots at least continued their reign for so long that you couldn't question shit even when it got bad. You know your team will eventually get right. My squad, on the other hand, has never been right to get right.
I don't want to say never been right.
Well, I mean, going back to Marcus Allen and all them, yes, I understand what you're saying. But I'm talking like y'all talk. In recent football history, we ain't never been right. Now, we done got cheated a few times, but...
Yeah, so how's that work? How does it might be a hit the showers to the Raiders too, because how does the Tuck rule, who's because of Tom Brady, how do y'all allow him to potentially, you know, join the
The Tuck
organization?
rule, the '03 Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That
that's what I'm
shit
getting
pissed
at.
me off. That we got
Like,
cheated in that motherfucker.
like this should be bad. Yeah, this should be bad, bro. Y'all
You
definitely get
gotta
it.
let the goat in the building. You trying to
Yeah, but
win. You trying to
they,
win.
I mean, the goat kind of fucked them over though. That Tuck rule back in the day, bro. Like that was something serious.
You know
Niggas
what
hated
though?
somebody.
I kind of look at that like Gruden. Like you got us. You know that '03 Super Bowl, you got us. You know what I'm saying? We gave you our coach. We gave you our coach mid-season. It wasn't quite mid-season, but you get what I'm saying.
Towards the end.
And he gets a dub with the team you traded him to. Of fucking course, dumbass.
Mm.
He owns the playbook. Of course.
He knows the formations. He knows the defense.
Everything. And not to mention the fucking refs. Only reason why that game is stuck in my head is because me and Aaron had a bet on that game back in the day. And I was so pissed to lose that motherfucker, man. And I'll never forget it. We just get fucked, and I understand that, right? But we're working on the way right now as we speak to it being us, that ignorant ass Patriots fan. You know, I'm so sick of Raiders fans. I see them everywhere and they're ignorant and our time will come.
Okay. Well, I hope you get to see it in your lifetime, but you may not be wrong. You may not be wrong.
You stupid.
But yeah, I mean, y'all may, like I said, who knows about Shedeur? Who knows about somebody else? I mean, like I said, back to last week, clearly there's an interest, there, with somebody.
I don't want that though.
Come here, Trump.
Don't want that.
But you just said last week on the show, you said, you know what? Make the owner happy. If that's what the owner wants, I believe
I did say that.
You gotta go ahead and make the owner happy and go get the guy to say, you know what I'm saying? So,
And I will say this.
Right.
Immediately saying I don't want Shedeur because of the antics that come along with the Sanders family. I do think that Brady, being his mentor, will wrangle that the fuck in.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I think Brady wants to win that bad, even as an owner, that'll be like, yeah, none of that shit happening. No cameras, no none of that in the locker rooms, no brothers. They not a Raider. They're not in here.
I can see that.
Your dad can come around every now and again, but it's not going to be no family reunion every time you show up to practice here.
But what if Mark says it's okay? Because Mark loves the whole family. He made it.
I think Mark. First of all, Mark is not Al. Al has had the success, the taste of winning.
So has Mark.
Mark has not.
CT.
Mark has not. You can talk about WNBA and all you want.
But once again, I'm going off of what you said. We're not talking. You didn't say football. You said the success of winning.
No, but you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
But see, but I'm a very literal person. So for me, I'm literally success. This nigga seen success again. No, not in the NFL. I agree. But technically, this nigga's seen success. He knows how to win a championship.
Okay, so you looked at as a champion in the NFL and a PI or in the WNBA and a peon in the NFL. It's not success. It's not success in the realm.
Why? Jerry Buss went through it, Cliff. You don't remember how many
success in the realm of what we are currently speaking about, especially when you're living in the shadow of your father, right? Your father got rings. Their championship. I know they don't have banners in the locker room in an NFL stadium, but there are championships that your father have that you have not had.
I mean,
your sister ran the Raiders for a while.
But that comes into there's a whole lot of factors with that.
I'm just saying, you're in the same. You've
the
done just as good as your sister has done owning the team.
I mean, it's the same thing with the Bus family. You know how many people the Bus
what
family
I'm getting at though, is
Normal.
to put it in your perspective, it's the same as the Bus family. When you get somebody like LeBron James that comes to your organization, you kind of secede to them and take in their opinion to see how they think you could move forward to success. It's no different
Right.
when you get a Brady, you secede because this man played. He knows. I've seen how much he wins. He left and he changed the whole nother organization into a winning organization. So you'd be a fool not to sit back and let Brady be a consigliere. Let him tell you what he thinks is right. You still got the call.
But then again, I'll use another example. I mean, you're seeing it pay off for this guy lately. Okay, John Elway, right? Then not an owner, but obviously like the GM or something, or the VP or something of operations for the Broncos for a while,
Right.
John Elway.
Right.
I mean, you're just now seeing things get better, and he's played the game. He's got the rings. So if you're talking about notoriety and experience, I mean, John Elway is the perfect person to say, look at him. But not one man. Even John Elway, Cliff, is what I'm getting at. Is like niggas don't be like, oh, John Elway's there. Yep, I'm going there. Yep, that's he's a champion.
But the one thing that you're lacking is Brady is Jordan without the shoes. When you say Tom Brady, old white ladies know you mean football.
All right.
It's not the same with John Elway.
So you
I don't
said
care
Brady.
if you got a couple championships. We're talking about the guy who has transcended all.
So you said Brady is the Jordan, right? Okay. So when Jordan was the owner of the Hornets, niggas wasn't dying to say, let me come play for Michael Jordan's team. Michael Jordan sold his team, right? He sold his stake, right? Because it didn't pan out. And I'm not saying the same thing's gonna happen for Brady. But since you brought up Jordan, who was already in a Brady situation,
right,
it did not pan out. Right. Matter of fact, niggas was trying to knock him on his legacy, saying like, is this gonna actually, hurt Michael Jordan's legacy because he didn't run a successful team? You know what I'm saying? So it could work out for Brady, could not. Michael Jordan didn't work out for him. It may work out for Tom. It could.
It
could work out for Brady.
You said what, CT?
It's gonna work out for Brady. I feel like he put a lot of time in it. I don't feel like Jordan be on the golf course and shit, gambling.
The reason why it's gonna work out for Brady, and I'll tell you that right now, is because the Raiders now. I speak about this, and I've spoken about this on at least the past 3 podcasts. The culture of a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always talk about the culture of the 49ers and all them. So when you put in a new coach or you put in whatever, they still know how to run their team. The culture of the Raiders have always been, I don't want to,
jailbirds and bad boys. Let's be honest, bro.
It has been bad boy football, right? And that always translates on defense, never translates on offense. Our hole in the organization currently is at the quarterback position. Who else better than the best quarterback to have ever done it to come into your organization to fill the gap that you have left? As long as you have a defense that's willing to bang, which is why I said that the Raiders are still in the top 10 defensively, even though they're losing. Our offense ain't producing. So if you have a guy that can fill that void, then I don't have a reason to say they don't get any better. That's what we needed. We needed somebody to look from a different perspective. What better perspective than the one you've mastered? That's what we need. Now, the big question is Tom Brady real or is he a sellout? Right? Because are you going to say, I think Shedeur is good enough to run this organization? Or are you going to say, we need to pass on Shedeur, even though I'm his mentor? That's where the question comes into play.
I don't see him passing him up.
I don't either.
But I was saying that I don't know if I would say that the Raiders are a top defensive unit because, I mean, teams have been putting up a lot of points and running through y'all over.
We have some injuries, but
I mean, everybody's got injuries though, like you said. You know
but we have some injuries. We have some main injuries.
I mean, but at the end of the day,
throwing 99-yarder pick sixes and stuff.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Cliff, I mean, y'all, like you said, I mean,
defense can't help that.
Defense. I'm about to say defense can't help that.
And we did it again last week with the Steelers. It just didn't end up being a pick six.
It was close.
Defense can't help that.
Yeah.
If the defense got to constantly be out in the field, then yes, the defense is going to give up some plays. If your offense can't make something happen, then of course your defense is going to look lacking. But I don't think it's taken away from how good the defense is as a whole.
TJ Watt's a dog.
You said TJ Watt?
Can someone look up how many sacks he had that game? 0?
What he had him strip fumbles though, didn't he?
Nah, he had 5 tackles, 5 total tackles. 5 total tackles, and then he had 2 of the 5 was for tackles for loss.
Damn, I said he'd have like 4 sacks.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. I'm glad you remembered that. You was a little sharp. You a little sharp.
No, he gotta be.
Okay, but I expect you to remember that.
Who won the pick'ems last week, Cliff?
You did. You swept that motherfucker.
Come on, man. Hey, I should have put that on. I try to tell y'all niggas.
You swept that motherfucker. You didn't get one wrong. You didn't get no what's the names, but you didn't get one wrong.
Yeah, I should have put that on the par. I gotta start putting shit on the par. I know. You know what? I ain't been doing the money lines, Cliff. I've been doing the player stats. That just tells me if I would have done a parlay that week.
Why don't you do both?
You've done that. You've done that either 2 or 3 times this season.
I'm telling y'all.
I'm not even trying to hate. I think 2, but you might have done that 3 times this season. I know for a fact you've done it twice.
I'm telling you. Y'all know because we all talk about it off the chat, but like them tickets, like niggas is right.
I'm off. I'm off this year.
I'm right there. CT, I know you be too. I'm right there.
But my bets, you know what's crazy though, and I know y'all know this. Of course, I'll be kicking it. I'll be drinking throughout the pod. Every now and again, I'll listen back to it. Like, while I'm working or something. And I'll hear my picks and be like, what the fuck? You were fucked up, huh? Because, listen, I'm telling you, it's like, I'll be betting with the alcohol in my heart is what I do. Not betting, but the pick'ems. My bets are nothing like that. My bets are more conservative than a Mormon child. I'm trying to tell you.
Man.
I'll be having so many dreams. I'll be disappointed.
Looks like that title's coming back home, Cliff. Looks like that hit the showers belt's coming back home.
It's a long season.
It is a long season.
It's a long season, but I got a lot of more ass whoopings and belts to ass.
It's all right. This will be a tie.
You know what I mean?
Would it be a tie? Yeah, it'll be a tie, I believe.
So, fuck my Eagles. You know, I know we got the win. I didn't see the game.
Dallas went out
I was
early.
busy. But I'm not impressed. AJ
It was a rough win. It was a rough win. AJ looked phenomenal.
AJ looked great.
Devontae didn't look awful. It was just that he wasn't as open as he normally is.
Right.
But the Cleveland's defense ain't no slouch.
No, they're not.
They're not no slouch, man.
Myles Garrett, they got some guys, but I don't know what
They're talking
Jalen
about
Hurts
trading
did.
him.
Who? Myles Garrett. I heard about that. Yeah, I did hear about that.
Cleveland trying to go back to their old Cleveland ways.
No, they plan didn't work. They blowing it up already.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what's happening. Shit.
But yeah, I mean, we got the win. Okay, that's cool. That's cute. But I'm not impressed by my team. I still don't think it's going to be a playoff team.
Married.
Nah, y'all going to be a playoff team for sure. Philly makes the playoffs.
I didn't see the game.
Are you skipping?
Well, I meant like a successful carry, boy.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Commanders is scary, bro. I know they just lost to the Ravens, but the Commanders, y'all, is really no fucking joke, man. I'm trying to tell niggas, bro.
And they are in your division.
I mean, I know you're.
Thing.
Yeah, Cliff. Like I said, I know your stepdad.
Them.
I know your stepdad feeling himself even off a loss, because even off a loss, Cliff, these niggas still look good. Like they looked good.
That's what I said today. They
look good.
Yeah. Noah Brown. They got him. McCaffrey. They didn't have Robinson though that game. That's what they was missing though. So yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I'm telling you. I thought they was gonna pull it.
I damn near thought so too.
I ain't know Lamar was gonna do what he did.
Yeah.
Lamar is him though. Lamar looking damn good this year. Looking like an MVP again.
Lamar
That's what CT
and that boy.
Yeah, man. Lamar looking like an MVP.
No, don't try to call my MVP calls, man.
You ain't calling shit.
I'll just play it.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't even know who that. It's too early. I ain't saying nothing.
It's definitely him though. Throwing for 300.
Yeah, Lamar gotta be leading the way.
Well, yeah, 4 TD passes the other week.
He's just going crazy. Yeah, against Joe Burrow, he threw like what?
Y'all continue. Let me pitch real quick. Then
Yeah,
we gonna pick 'ems.
I know Derrick Henry. They said Derrick Henry got more rushing yards in 2014.
Yeah, he going crazy. You know what I'm saying? He going crazy.
On pace for 2,000. Ain't nobody ever had 2,000 twice.
Nobody. Ain't nobody fucking with him.
He's sick, yeah.
So
I know. He's thinking like I should have came here earlier.
yeah, you hear me, CT? Yeah, nigga should have came there earlier.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he looking good. He looking good. CT, like, so who'd y'all play last weekend? I forgot.
We played Houston.
Oh yeah, I mean that, bro. You already knew though. I mean,
that was
I ain't
a tough one. Yeah,
I ain't trying to be. You already know CJ and them boys. CT is nice,
Come on,
bro.
now.
Like,
what? Even without Nico, they nice. For real.
I swear to God, bro. Like, man, like that's just that's another team, bro. Niggas can't sleep on, bro. The Texans, nigga, man.
But I feel like they beatable. But yeah,
they are, nigga. They've lost. Hey, they've lost. Oh, they've lost. CT. They've lost.
They win.
But they win, nigga. Yeah, they win, nigga. They win.
They for sure nice. So they stacked. We 2-4. Like there's a lot of people in our division 2-4 besides Buffalo. So hopefully we can just get a couple wins with Drake under our belt. Sneak a couple. I'm sure that we just now put him in. Wish we would have put him in earlier. We'd have had a couple more wins. I feel like.
Oh wait, Drake May.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drake May been doing. Hey, bro.
He threw more. Bro, I told you. He threw more yards than he threw more touchdowns than CJ did all year. Like
he what do you do? CT, I think he threw like 2 tutties to Hunter Henry like last.
He threw three total.
Yeah, 2 was to Hunter Henry though.
Yep. The Mario Douglas got 1.
Drake May, bro, you give him some time. Yeah, he may be all right. He may
I
be
said
all
they gave
right.
Bo Nick some time. Why not give Drake May some time?
Right, facts.
That's why I said we already seen what we're gonna see out of Jacoby ever. Me and Cliff said he's
Jacoby,
gonna be a good quarterback coach one day.
Yeah, I'll give him that for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a Teddy Bridgewater type deal.
I mean,
Teddy.
Teddy,
Yeah,
Teddy up there, coach. Well, I'm just saying, Teddy up there, coach. Yeah, Teddy up there,
mm-hmm.
coach in high school.
in Miami, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but nah, it's funny because I always get them confused anyway. So yeah, that sounds about
Teddy
right.
and Jacoby.
Mm-hmm.
He did get him mixed up today.
Yeah, I always
used to
get them confused for some reason.
Teddy and somebody else confused. Yeah. Y'all should have gave him a shot, Cliff, before he was done. Keep it a buck.
Who?
Raiders.
Should have gave who a
he
shot?
was done.
Teddy.
He didn't want
Teddy
to
balled
get
out
hit.
at Minnesota CT before he went to Detroit. Hey, Cliff, let's be real though. When he went to Minnesota and he played, he did his thing in Minnesota. Detroit, he was a backup, but Minnesota, he was nice in Minnesota though. He was nice. He was nice in Minnesota.
Get to these fucking pick'ems.
Hey, let me get my 100% again real quick and let me write these down so I can bet on something. Boy.
I'm gonna be smart this time
before
and
we
not
do
pick
the
my team.
pick'ems, shouts out to Arthur Betterbeef. I forgot to. He did get undisputed lightweight champion at 39 years old. He 21-0, 20 KOs. He beat Dimitri Bivol, who beat Canelo. Bivol's now 23-1 with 12 KOs. That's what's up, though. They said that ain't happened since Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm. So shouts to him for sure. I wonder if he retires or if he still got some action left. Shit, you was on 100% knockout ratio.
That's crazy, yeah.
Until this last fight. I wouldn't suggest rematching it to try to get the knockout because Bivol is not no fucking hoe and he wasn't going nowhere. Some people argue Bivol won. I didn't see the whole fight, so I don't know enough to comment, but that's interesting.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, shouts to my guy. That's it. Let's get to these pick'ems. We got the Broncos Saints tomorrow. What y'all think happening there?
I like how the Saints play the first half.
So Spencer Rattler versus both.
Basically, yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Because I've already pre-thought about this. This is already premeditated for me. So
I'm going Saints 7. I'm going Saints 10.
Where's the game at, Cliff?
Is it dark? Has it been? Yeah, I do think it has been getting dark out there the past couple podcasts. But for some reason, this is the first time I feel like I'm seeing it dark that early out there in Arizona. What time is it? 6:23?
For CT.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Nigga, we bang out here. Whoa. We live in the darkness.
Whoa.
You think we grew up there?
That's wild. CT is dark in AZ at 6:23. But I don't know. It kind of get dark around here around that time too.
It's starting to. So it is starting to.
So that makes sense.
But what you say, CT? You said Saints what?
Wait, where's the game at?
The game is in New Orleans. Saints.
Saints need this win.
What you say again? My fault. Saints what?
Saints 13.
13. Saints 13.
They need this.
So let's think about the storyline real quick. The game is in New Orleans.
That's
Sean Payton's going against his. Sean Payton is going against his former team.
Right.
with Bo Nix on
Right.
his side. Spencer Rattler is stepping in for Derek Carr since he's hurt, but the game is in New Orleans, and I think Spencer looked decent. I think I heard that game he won. They won last game, I'm pretty sure.
No, he didn't. He got smoked
For
by
sure.
the Bucks.
They didn't win?
I did not see.
No, it ended up being
Bucks put up 51
no, it was close.
first half.
Good day. It was a close game for a little bit. That's what it was then, early on.
Oh yeah, 51-27.
Okay. So all right. So this okay. All right.
But that's also the Bucks though.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
CT.
that's
So
why I
chill.
said-
And they
Yeah.
exploiting
That's why I'm going with the Saints.
they exploiting the
But
young
hold on.
quarterback.
Oh no, right. I see what you're saying, CT. I'm on your side. So I'm gonna go Saints 7 though. Again, you got two because you got two rookie quarterbacks, like I said, and you know. And look, CT and Cliff. Keep in mind, Saints defense has never been no slouch.
You right.
But neither is the Broncos. Pat Surtain
Right.
the second.
But
Lockdown.
But they can run it with AK.
It's a toss up. You really can't go wrong with either pick. I feel like it's gonna be that. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a heavy.
This win. I don't
this
think the
team.
Broncos can put up that many points with them. Like even 27.
But Bo Nix has been.
I agree. He has been doing.
Bo
his
Nix has been
thing,
going.
but-
He's been.
and I can't. It wasn't a lot of blown coverages
Alvin Kamara, though.
that I seen in the Broncos Raiders game. It was just
Chris
that.
Olave.
Yeah. I guess I gotta go with the Saints.
Chris Olave. Alvin
Gotta
Kamara.
I'm going Saints 5.
Rashid Shaheed.
She's hard.
I'm going
That's
Saints
interesting.
5.
That's interesting.
What you
You're
say,
trying to
Mount?
a
Saints
safety and a
what?
Field goal is the difference. That is crazy. 7.
Saints 7.
7. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pats Jags.
London game.
Jags have been
This is
getting beat
interesting.
lately, boy. Jags though.
Jags only got one
Jags
win,
by
I think.
6.
You going Jags 6?
Jags by 6. It's the
Okay.
Patriots up there. Jags 6. It's the Patriots up there. This is the game. This is that bounce back game. This that rebound. You know what I mean? That quick
I
rebound.
think I'm
Boom.
going with the Patriots by 3 in this one.
Yeah, me too.
It sounds
We
good.
need this win.
You know what I mean? But you need it, but do you get it? You know what I mean?
We talked about this before you was on too.
Nah.
The fact that they
Hell
threw
no.
Drake May in against a Texas squad altogether, and he had the success that he did. I know, even though they lost by 20, he gained hella confidence, as well as his receivers did, because those was they first couple, touchdowns. Oh yeah, I think they coming out the gates next game. I think they coming out the gates next game, and I'm not saying that to say that the Saints can't stop them or hold them, but it's gonna be a very close game, in my opinion.
We should smack the Jags. I don't think ETN's playing.
That's crazy to say should smack. I don't know. They still got ETN, Christian Kirk. They just been playing some tough teams. I didn't see no report. I'm gonna have to see.
Who's
I
out?
got him on my fantasy.
And they got that backup running back too, Rigsby.
Bigsby.
He's nice. I guess he's saying Christian Kirk's out.
No, I said Travis.
Travis
Etienne. That's fine. That's fine. That second string running back is just as nice. If not, he might be a little bit better right now. So,
but the whole team as a whole is trash. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Dougie P about to get fired. He about to be on his way out.
I don't know if I would say trash, man. I honestly think that
That's
Malcolm.
what I'm saying. I wouldn't say trash, but they've
I
been
think
struggling.
Malcolm's
But this is
correct.
their rebound game.
I think in this situation, if Dougie P was to get fired, it doesn't look funny at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like that I would honestly say that I would have gave Robert Saleh more time than I would have gave Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson?
I honestly would have,
true.
because Doug Peterson is trending backwards. At least Saleh was keeping his team at that height that they previously were.
Yeah.
That's not his fault.
The only thing that saves Doug is that Super Bowl ring. That was one Super Bowl winning.
But you can't count that in Jacksonville.
They
can't
do.
count no
you know
fucking
what I mean?
Philly ring in Jacksonville.
Because think about it. When he had an interview, let's say with Jacksonville, what is one of the things I'm sure he brought up? Clearly, I won the championship. I was in Philly. It's not. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be at the top of your resume, of course. Champion. It's not even just like people get that certification or that diploma and they put Dr. Malcolm King.
Yeah.
That's
right. You hear me?
Super Bowl champion.
You hear me?
Yeah, that's how that's at the top of everybody's resume.
Right. Like so yeah. So he unfortunately he gets a little extra time. Now I don't agree. Like I said, I don't agree that he should have got more time than a Robert Saleh.
I don't either.
But it's something he gets to speak to. In his career, even though it was past tense now.
But you know what? That might be Jacksonville having better understanding than Las Vegas. Just for the simple fact that your original pick was Urban Meyer, and you was like, ooh, well, hold up. We might not be good at this. Let's pick the best available that we have and just call it quits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate that you started so high, getting to the playoffs. What was it? 2 years in a row, wasn't it?
They lost.
No, it was one. They lost the first one.
They was big with the Chargers and lost. They was
like 31. Game I'm thinking of?
31-3 or something, and came back and lost.
You are right, though. They lost one, they won one. No, they never won one. They never got past the first round. So they had to have gotten there twice then, didn't they? Or are you saying that Chargers game is what stopped them from getting there?
I just think that's what changed their whole team. Ever since then, they ain't been the same.
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
They was up big one game, and then the Chargers came back and beat them in the playoffs. I remember that for some reason.
Really what it is, and we've seen this happen so many times to so many teams, is that you add the pieces that the organization feels that y'all need, but y'all don't actually need, and y'all don't live up to the expectations they had, and now they got to start chopping heads off.
Right.
That it happens far too many times. Like, it's almost to the point that you letting people that don't have an idea of how this works play checkers with people's lives that, are better equipped to really do something, but you just didn't put them in a position to. That's really what it is at the height of it all. before the players even take the field, before they lace up the cleats, it's the elites at the top playing checkers with niggas' livelihoods. That's crazy. That's crazy. Back to these pick'ems, because I'm sure they picking them in that office that we talking about as we speak. The Titans versus the Bills.
Ooh, Bills by 14.
Yeah, I think the Bills get a breather in this game.
Maybe even 17. But yeah, Bills.
What you want me to put?
17.
7. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, final answer. Bills 17.
Because they, hey, look. Amari Cooper to the Bills. along with
And
what
you
they
know
already have.
Josh is going to treat him like Aaron Rodgers would treat Devontae. Like, listen,
Exactly.
I'm struggling out here, bro. Do this route out there. If you see a
And,
breakaway, don't go no farther than right there. I hit you.
and you got Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir. James Cook once he
Keon
comes
ain't
back.
been showing up, and
No, he ain't.
Khalil
Cook is hurt.
Shakir.
Well, I said when he comes back. Yeah.
Khalil
Davis is
Shakir,
nice though.
I think is a lot better than they're using him. But
Right.
right now
He's
they're
coming
only.
back from an injury.
They still got Frank Gore Jr. too. Don't forget, they still got Frank.
No, I
Gore
think they cut
Jr.
him.
No, I thought I seen his name
I didn't even
on
know
the
they
thing.
had him.
Hey
I thought
Siri,
they cut him.
I didn't even know they had him.
I thought he got cut before the season started.
hey Siri, it's Frank Gore.
The 13th of March, 2002, is an American professional football running back for the Buffalo Bills of the National Football League, NFL. This is from Wikipedia.
Yeah, he said he plays for the Buffalo Bills.
And they're going to
Wikipedia.
practice squad.
That's what it was. Didn't he go to the Niners and then they released?
I have no
I think
idea.
he might be playing for James Cook. I could be wrong.
No, they're using Johnson as the other backup.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't seen him. I ain't never
Yeah,
seen
that's a
him.
good addition.
Is it Tyler Johnson?
I never. Yeah.
But CT, who you got? I know you said the Bills.
No, I'm gonna go with the Titans by 7.
Oh shit!
You're crazy, bro. You keep smoking, bro. Are you okay?
7. Okay.
I saw him play last week. I like it.
I'm definitely going Bills.
See,
I think that it's
Tony Pollard was nice on the
I'm going
Titans.
3s on them.
trash.
And the Bills
Going
don't really impress me that much.
We got the
Why not?
Dolphins, Colts. Oh, unless you what was you about to say, Mark?
Colts, Joe Flacco. No, I was just saying. I don't know what I was saying.
You
To be
said,
honest,
like he had sparked a thought about that previous game, the Titans Bills, but
oh no.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
I think
Dolphins,
they're going
Colts.
back with Richardson this week.
Flacco, nope. Flacco, the guy.
No, Richardson is going to
Flacco, the better quarterback. You got to go with the.
He is, but they're going with the young guy.
I mean, but
I got Colts by 6 either way.
Yeah, I definitely have the Colts in this game.
Me too.
But I kind of see this situation right here as Flacco knows he doesn't have it like that. Like he knows he can't keep up a season or do anything like that. So this is more this is more for Anthony Richardson, like him teaching him how to ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll hold you for a second and I'll hop in the game and play these games, but then I need you to see how I'm doing so when I push you, you got it for a minute, because I'm going to need some games before I'm available again.
Right.
That's what I see this Indianapolis situation going as, and I'm not going to say like Anthony's been doing awful.
They just are better with Flacco, though. I don't know why.
Because he's looking like that.
Mm.
Nah, that's for real. That's the whole reason why. You remember back in the day, I used to say for Ohio State, I need them to just get a white quarterback.
Right.
And it's not because I'm hating on any black quarterback at all. I'm not saying that any black quarterback can't do what a white quarterback does. I was just saying that Ohio State expects black quarterbacks to run the ball and do all this, and it's. I just want somebody that's going to sit in the pocket and throw.
Right.
And I think the reason why it looks off in Indy right now is because wide receivers, when they run their routes, they don't account for no scrambling.
Right.
They're expecting the ball when they break on their route and turn their head. If the ball's not there, Now they have to stop, pivot, readjust, and see where the play is going. It's never a good deal when you got professional DBs, you know, set up down there and you got to pivot on every throw.
Oh, yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
If they have to break away from their route, it's a bad play. Even
Right.
if you make a completion, that's a bad play. That's why they want Flacco, because Flacco understands that. And I'm sure that's how he was teaching him how to ride the bike.
Right.
And if not, then Indy's fucked as well, just like the rest of the AFC at the current moment.
Yeah, it's about to be looking real competitive.
Nah, you right. You are absolutely correct. So I'm sorry, I didn't write down nobody's. I know we all going Colts, but
I said Colts by 6, but
Colts.
yeah, Colts by 6. Colts by 6.
Mm-hmm.
You agree, CT?
Colts by 10.
Now, listen, I want you to think strategically. Since we all picking the same team, you want to hit the spread.
The spread.
Yeah, right. That's the only thing that would take you above, since we all tying this.
Yeah, tired, yeah. Gotta hit the spread on all the time.
Hit the spread on all the ties. Heard that.
I'm going Colts 13.
Crazy.
I am.
I think Jonathan Taylor back too.
What you say, CC? Well,
You've been ineffective.
what was your spread?
About 10.
10. Okay. All right, Eagles Giants. This was more interesting though than I think immediately thought about.
Eagles by 7.
I do lean Eagles, don't get me wrong, but I think this is more interesting than you immediately.
Saquon finna go crazy against his old team, man.
I mean, you would hope so.
That Giants defense is dangerous.
They're gonna run that ball in, but that
you
Giants
said Eagles 7 or 10.
Yeah. And Kayvon Thibodeau's out for the rest of the season, CT, so he ain't gonna be a factor.
I'm talking about Burns.
Who?
Let me think, man.
Malik Neighbors is nice.
I gotta get some dubs. I ain't got no dub in this week 7.
You ain't a dub kind of nigga, you know.
I mean, you see where that belt is sitting over my motherfucking shoulder.
It's gonna be around my waist
for the second time. You fighting for the second time. This is my second time. Let me try to defend my belt and shut the fuck up real quick. Hold up. Eagles Giants. Ugh, man, don't overthink it though.
Where's the game at?
This is in New York.
Yeah,
Eagles. I think the Giants come out.
I really don't think that that's that big of a home field advantage now that I think about it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because half of New York is split between the Jets and the Giants, and Philly is too close to both. That you could have a more Philly Giants home game than you could. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, we'll go Philly. They always think about.
I'm leaning Philly, but I'm thinking upset.
Me too.
Nah, I really don't see.
Danny Jones can come out and bat him.
Listen, he been trying. He definitely been trying. It'd be the Eagles. Because the only reason why I think it could be closer than I'm thinking is because they play each other twice a year every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot closer of a game, even though they're not playing their best. It's not going to be the same game playing against people you know.
Right.
So, I like I said, I still lean Eagles, but I'm worried.
Don't be worried. Don't be worried.
I'm worried that if I put Eagles down, I'm betraying my truth. I can't bet with my heart
Yeah, no.
or my alcohol. I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles 6.
Come on, you know who to rock
I'm
with.
going Eagles 6. I ain't gonna
Daniel
lie.
Jones ain't him. You know what I mean?
But I
Kenyon
really
Mitchell
feel
out there.
like it could be Giants 3.
Nah.
I definitely feel like it could be Giants 3.
Nah.
I feel like it would be an overtime game and it would be 3 by the Giants.
And
Who's a threat? Think about it.
What you mean?
Who?
They got some threats on there.
Who? Name them.
They got what's the one dude? Robinson.
Wandale Robinson. Yep.
They got Jalen Hyatt. They got
Weak. Daniel, and who's their quarterback, Cliff? Daniel Jones.
But hold up though. They may be weak currently. And I wouldn't even say that they're weak. I'm just saying they're young. They're both young.
The Commanders.
Not so much Robinson, but they're both young.
Commanders is young. Everybody young. Whole squad young. Harry.
We don't know. We don't know when it clicks, and that's not the only. That's just the only 2 I can think right now. Who's the other dude though? Who's their tight end?
Who?
The Giants.
I don't know. Nobody.
I feel like they got a decent tight end.
Man, stop it. You ain't heard about no Giants tight end.
I do really feel like they got a decent tight end.
Nah.
I could be wrong.
Wrong.
Devin Singletary.
Hello.
Listen,
Yeah, you're good. I'll get him. You guys have a good
all right.
See ya.
CT, who you said? Eagles what?
Eagles about 10.
Eagles 10.
10. Yeah, CT knows. He's a smart man.
Shut your motherfucking mouth. Chiefs 49ers.
Ooh.
This is interesting.
Where's the game?
They said they never.
The game is in San Fran.
He said he's never beat the Chiefs, so
Who,
I'm
Patty?
gonna go with the Chiefs about 10.
Brock. I said Patty. Who said they never beat the Chiefs? Debo.
And Kittle.
Well, yeah, they right.
Never beat them.
Is that right though?
Sounds about right to me.
Doesn't sound off.
Lost in the Super Bowl a couple of times.
Right.
Lost in the regular season. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to. I can't. All right, I'll take your word for it.
G-Days for sure.
I'll take your word. But so you think that the Niners are gonna win because?
No, I think the Chiefs.
You think the Chiefs still gonna give it to
them?
He said, "I'll take this here with you." All right.
Throw that on there.
All right. But what you say, Chiefs?
About 10. I like Kareem Hunt. He brought a different dynamic.
You said the game's in San Francisco, Cliff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Patty in the sun. Yeah, I'll take my chances.
I'm gonna say Chiefs by 3.
If I'm not mistaken, it was a couple years where Patty he had a better record away with them than home.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What you say, Mount? What it was?
I said Chiefs by 3.
Chiefs 3. I heard so. Yeah, I can't lie. I don't like us all going together on these past two, but I kind of gotta go with the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going 49ers. I'm going 49ers. I'm going 6 again. Yeah.
No McCaffrey, don't like their chances.
Mason been doing his thing.
Mm.
Yep. Nope. I ain't worried.
Going to the locker room a lot of games.
Yeah, he
Getting
has,
banged
huh?
up.
He has. He definitely has.
Yeah,
You ain't lied.
I've been seeing him. Yeah.
You ain't lied about that. Damn. Nah, I'm rocking. I kind of want to. I'm not changing shit. I kind of want to change
You
it
know
to
how you
3.
is too. He don't be on much.
No, I ain't changing shit. All right. Seahawks Falcons.
Seahawks,
Falcons.
I
Falcons
like the
by
Seahawks.
7. Where's the game at?
Seahawks need
In
to win.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Falcons by 7. And it's the divisional game, right?
Yeah.
Seahawks need to win. I'm gonna go Seahawks.
No. Is it?
No,
No.
it's not.
No.
It's not. They're with the Rams and the Cardinals.
NFC though, but yeah.
Somebody else.
I'm gonna go Seahawks by 10.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go 13. They should beat them by 13.
You crazy as hell. Crazy as hell.
No, I'm
What's his
going
name?
Falcons
Drake
too on this
London.
one. I ain't
Drake
even gonna
London,
lie.
Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson had 2 touchdowns last game.
I'm going Falcons 10.
Ooh, he finally showed up.
Kirk Cousins threw for over 500 yards that one game.
We
Last
don't see
one.
an offense, so stop it.
Last one is interesting. It may just be interesting to me, but it's interesting. Raiders Rams.
Rams from SmackDown. Stop playing. Rams all day by 14. Easy money.
Rams.
Easy money. Easy money. Kyron Williams is going to have under 200 rushing yards on the Write that down.
Oh no, you crazy.
Write that down right now. He go for at least 150.
And what you said what? Rams what, Mount?
Rams by 10.
10, okay. You said
Stafford's gonna have a field day. Tutu Atwell.
You said
and Kyron Williams 150 rushing yards. Easy money.
I say Rams 20 ball.
And where's the game at?
You said 100 and what rushing yards?
I'm being greedy. He gets at least 125 rushing yards. Kyron Williams running back. Never mind. But yeah, Yep. Where's the game at? Where's the game at?
In LA.
Oh yeah.
That shit don't mean shit. That's where it is. You right down the street.
You even said it. Matt Stafford got that dog in him, Cliff. Dog in him. Dog. He was a Georgia Bulldog. He got that dog in him. Receivers or no receivers. He's going to throw that ball. He's going to get yarded. He's going to have a field day.
Raiders 3.
Crazy. You don't even believe in their own field.
CT said Rams what?
20.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I can see that CT. You know they Garbo. It ain't G Herbo, it's G Garbo.
Shut your motherfucking mouth. Who hitting them?
I give it to the Steelers for trying to start Russ after Justin Fields been cooking. That's some BS. Also,
I'll give it to those kickers the other night. That was some
New York's. What the fuck is his name? He hit 2 off of the fucking post. if he did both of them, they won
If
that
he
game.
did that second one for sure, they was gonna be tied. Yeah,
Won that game.
they was gonna take the lead to where they would have had it. Like Buffalo would have had a kick to take the lead. So
That's
yeah,
crazy. Aaron Rodgers gonna have him fired. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be the first LeBron of the NFL, where he gonna have enough pull in New York to be like, get the nigga gone, get rid of him.
so we getting down the field. You can't even kick 34s. That's crazy.
That's crazy as fuck. That's tough.
Yeah.
But also hit the showers to, I think he's a safety for the Cowboys. Jordan Lewis, man, after the Cowgirls got blew out by the Detroit Lions, it's hilarious. I guess Jordan
He
Lewis.
went on what's the name? St. Brown.
I'm on Ross St. Brown's DMs on Instagram and tried to say you a
He
bitch.
said you were big.
All because he got balled on.
Well, I don't know
Definitely
though.
saw that.
We don't know. We don't know what transpired throughout the game.
Well, it was an asshole.
You know
Stuff
niggas
to
be
ask you.
yeah, you are right, but you know niggas be John and all that bullshit.
Well, hey,
Some little niggas don't. They gotta get it out, and sometimes that social media is the new way to express your feelings nowadays.
It is.
well,
It's not like it was back in the day where you only posted certain things. It's the new way to express your feelings. Motherfuckers got cash apps at the end of their social media posts. It's a different world we live in. And I don't blame it, right? Because times is hard, Motherfuckers need help. But
Mm-hmm.
never have I thought we've gotten to the point where people would so openly be asking.
yeah.
And hit the shards, the Gucci third leg. If y'all look good
Oh!
up.
Hit the showers to the motherfucking United States government, bitches. Hit the showers to y'all. But nah.
Gucci third leg giving out the hurt. About
Yeah.
hook him up.
This nigga on
I'm not gonna look for
podcast.
one.
This nigga on. I don't click on videos, but I've seen enough headlines to know exactly what's going on. He doing his defense tour on all these niggas podcasts trying to.
And then he's supposed to come back with the test results. They can't get in contact with him. Yeah, he's trying.
He's
It's a
idle,
sick
probably.
world, man. It's a sick world. But at the same time, it ain't no same time because it's wrong regardless. But at the same time, you ain't checking papers?
That's what they said. He was showing like fake. He was showing old like test
Ain't
results.
no old test results, G.
He be trying to show them old ones.
See, that's where business. See, I don't know how that game go, but what I will say is it's easy for a manager to turn to a pimp. Title wise, I'll say. You feel what I'm saying? Because you need management. If that's the case, management didn't check the papers on your behalf. Management didn't catch the hiccups in this.
Before
His girl been blasting him on social.
Yeah, I seen all that. That's how I. Yeah, but I don't check. That's ignorance. I don't want to hear it.
Crazy world.
I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. And then they were saying that, nah, this ain't that. Hit the showers, of course. Going back to Mike, Ryan Day. I gotta give it to Ryan Day.
OH.
Not only does he have to hit the showers, he shouldn't even be able to hit the showers.
Well,
You should just see him to the door.
Well, that's what happens when you're, a spy. I'm sorry, his brother's a detective, private investigator.
Nigga, y'all the spies, motherfucker.
And
you Navy SEAL 16.
Well, because y'all wanted to snitch Cliff and make it a whole big deal, because we know it was Ohio State that tried to leak whatever they wanted to leak. So, this is what happens. Ryan Day loses the big games. That's all the conversation is, like you said. Ryan Day can't win the big games. He hasn't beaten Michigan in so many years. He can't win the big games when they play. Yeah, gotta get rid of him. I agree. Gotta get rid of him. He's bad for the business.
Yeah, if you give him another year, he's gonna be doing the same shit Harbaugh's doing, because that's exactly how it was. Harbaugh's getting his ass smacked 6 years in a row until he found a Navy SEAL that finds him. I'm telling you, if you give Day another season, it's gonna be a red version of the same documentary. I'm telling you, I'm not even trying to be funny. That's the truth. Because if you can't get him by now, what else do you do?
Right. How mad would you be if, let's say, if y'all fired Ryan Day, and let's say you promoted Chip Kelly? I could see y'all trying to.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
Kelly.
I would be happier than the current situation. Because you wasn't on when I said it. This was the first game that I actually watched. Right. Remember, I said I don't like seeing easy games. I don't like seeing nobody get bullied on. That's not my style of ball. But this game, I was so fucking unimpressed that I literally at one point said, "This isn't even Ohio State football."
Jim Tressel way.
I hated the Jim Tressel way.
I heard somebody else say it.
I hated the Jim Tressel way, but the Jim Tressel way would have been better off in that game than whatever the fuck they was calling then. That's so real. It wasn't all on Howard. It wasn't all on Howard, but Howard was awful as well.
Yeah, so what about that last play I heard about Howard? You know what I mean? Slide or something.
Yeah, that last play was tough. I mean, that was just a what do you call it? A fault in his judgment. It wasn't a good judgment call. You'd have been better off letting the kicker kick from where you hiked the ball at than the play you did.
Right, exactly.
You would have been better off throwing that ball away. If you don't get a quick slant to call a timeout, you'd have been better off throwing the ball away. Get rolled, throw the ball away. Just let the kicker pray. But you fucked everything. He fucked everything with that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, y'all.
But it's not all on him.
Who was your favorite Ohio State coach? Was it Urban?
That's a good question.
I've heard somebody say Urban.
That's a good question. I mean,
they're like, I like the Urban way. And he was,
see, it's hard not to agree, but at the same time, the Urban way is the way that they're trying to hold on to currently. Is get the hottest prospects, get the best recruits, and then build a team. But that's not, you don't have a team. You have great players with no team. And that, to Mike's point, comes down to coaching. You don't have good coaching. And if Ryan Day is the head coach, cut the fucking head off.
Yeah.
There's no other options. There is no give him another year. Cut the head off. Cut it off now. I would cut it off mid-season. I would say, assistant coach, you got a job. This is your Opportunity to keep the job if you want it. Otherwise, we'll be interviewing. Give me an app at the end of the season.
And then they're going to do them like Sharon Moore.
You said then they going to do them like who now?
Sharon Moore, the coach of the Wolverines.
I don't remember. Who's that?
The black
the dude
coach
that inherited all the problems of Harbaugh. Yeah, they can't do them like that because we ain't got that labeled on us.
It's gonna come out. You know what I mean? Like you said,
you a hate ass nigga. I said if you give him another year, yeah, because this nigga is, if he really wants his job, he's scratching and clawing. There's no other NFL team that's going to take him back as an offensive coordinator after this.
I didn't realize he was in the NFL.
Yes, he was before he took the job. He wasn't a coordinator or nothing like that, but he was something. I think quarterback coach. Ryan Day was a quarterback in college. Why would you want a quarterback as your coach, though?
Right.
Like, honestly, though, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, why would you want a quarterback as your coach? Like, I don't care if it was Tom Brady. Why would I want him as the coach of my team? I don't want a guy that teaches geometry to tutor me. You know what I'm saying? I want a guy that's going to get down to my level. And a quarterback will never be able to get down to the average blue-collar player's level. Ever. I wouldn't want a quarterback as my coach.
So, but would you want a quarterback as your owner?
Yeah. Because because you memorize play calls. You're meticulous. You read defenses. You're on the fly thinker. You're all of the things that I need of an owner, but of a coach, you're gonna expect things to go the way you expected it to go, and that's not the way the game gets played. You're not in control anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's my fear of a quarterback coach. You expect control because you were a quarterback. It's not that way.
Yeah.
And no matter how good you coach, you can't recreate you being out on that field. So coach to your players, not to what you want. Niggas don't understand that. But I'm not a coach. I'm just a broke ass nigga doing a podcast.
Just giving my opinion.
You know? But we hit the hit-ems. Did anybody else got anything before we wrap this bitch up?
Hey, NBA starts next week. Get ready. Hey, I'm calling it now. I'm only going with NFL player stats with a little bit of the NBA player stats and a sprinkle of touchdown scores. That's all I'm doing the rest of the year.
Oh, with the bets. With the bets. No, I'm I don't know why. Yeah. I fuck with the NBA a little more.
A little 10, 15 points, 1 plus 3, 2 plus 3, couple of assists, rebounds.
Twos and views these hoes to death.
Right. You know, look, maybe even 5 at a time, especially on no sweat. Oh, yeah, we're not giving a parlay this week? Because we'll probably end up not agreeing on something.
Said I'm finna twos and fuse y'all hoes to death.
Oh, yeah, a little friendly 5, hopefully get a little 400, 500. One of them type of deals.
But y'all know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell the enemy, tell that nigga to troll, man. We out here. We'll catch y'all next Wednesday.
Raiders are trash. Pat's gonna get blown out.
Shut your motherfucking mouth.
Garbage, man.
You lucky I wasn't ready to close out.